All right, another upper body day here. This was yesterday, Saturday. I guess that doesn't really matter. Whenever you're watching this was my Saturday upper body workout, getting warmed up here. Started with some rolls, just some basic kind of run to cartwheel, or not cartwheel, somersault, tumble. Then I went to cartwheel. So I don't know, 5 minutes of basic rolling. I pretty much do 5 minutes of rolling, tumbling every day. Just some simple thing, just to move, just to feel more athletic, just to be like a kid again. We stopped doing this stuff after age 5. I work with so many people who can't even do, not just adults, but kids, 6th, 7th, 8th, middle schoolers, high schoolers that can't do somersaults or cartwheels. Yet I'm not that great at them, but still, that's embarrassing to our school systems, to sports coaches, to just kids in general who can't do this stuff. You should always be doing this stuff. That's what one of my goals is, to make these lifelong learning habits and training habits for kids. That exercise is not just benching and squatting and things like that. It's somersaults. It's doing stuff like this, just messing around with a tennis ball. You know, you look like a weirdo when you throw with your left hand, when you're not left-handed. But it's just kind of get blood flow going, get everything warmed up, get hand-eye coordination, movement, variability. Again, we are always telling kids to play multiple sports and things like that, and how that's good to get their bodies adept and adept at different movement patterns and different skills. But as adults, we stop. We stop doing that. We stop moving in different ways. We just do, the squats, the bends, the hinges, the pushes, the pulls, that type of stuff, when we should be doing all this other stuff too. This movement variability is so important to widen our toolbox and give our bodies what it needs and expose our bodies to different movements. Then we get into our power set as we wipe out there on the first ring row. So plyometric push-ups over that little handle, little hurdle, going back and forth, side to side. And then the drop catch ring rows, just being explosive on those. Trying to be quick off the ground on these. Again, I'm not that explosive. That's why I do these. I explode that pushing power, that power, make that skill of pushing fast through the that push bench kind of push-up motion. I also had the med ball shot put, so I added a little between the legs, just a skill, just to make things more fun. Again, it doesn't have to be so stagnant and boring where you're just stepping into a shot put throw. Add a little bit of skill work, a little bit of different movement. Pretend like you're Allen Iverson, going between the legs, and add that in. Just something different. It doesn't have to be the same boring crap all the time. That's the problem. That's why I think a lot of people stop training, is because they're sick of doing boring stuff. Boring drills, boring things that, I am just going to do this again and again and again and again. It gets mundane. Fixing the wall, or the paneling's coming off because I hit it and the screws are coming loose on that crappy, that beautiful fake faux wood, I don't even know what to call it, paneling from whatever, the 70s or whatever the heck it's from. Eventually going to get rid of that crap anyway, hopefully. Maybe this summer, that's some project I might do, is tear all that crap down and paint those walls. Then we won't be able to throw it at it. But again, we'll find something else. Maybe we'll put some brick wall or something up outside. But I got the padded wall in the other room. So, but again, that's just another project. A little side note, getting off on a tangent here. But again, going between the legs, just adding another skill, a little bit more movement, a little bit more flow, kind of that flowy state, getting into feeling good and moving like humans are supposed to, where we're not so robotic, stiff, and kind of compromised like so many people are, where we're making all these compensations because we don't move, because we sit all the time. Whereas if we're flowing in that freedom of movement, where you can really do any movement you want, where you should be, and feel good and feel better and move better in general. Then we get into our strength proportion of the workout. where we're working our way up. Single arm overhead press, dumbbells, 4 rep maxes today. So worked up. I don't remember what I think it was 60 pounders. Again, right arm felt like I could go a little bit more, but left arm was just not feeling it today. Again, the weaker arm, that's why you do the weaker arm first. Pair that with pull-ups, regular pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, and these leg up side bends, just kind of playing around with different ways, seeing what felt best, and going to the inside. Felt best. Get a little bit of groin stretch as well as working on the obliques and bending that spine. As these ones just look awkward. Really looks like more I'm not really bending my spine. More I'm watching these, so gotta work better on the form. It's just kind of an awkward movement, honestly, with the dumbbells I have, just because you're coming up and you're hitting your thigh or your nuts there. So maybe we'll try the behind the back or behind the leg next time. But again, just another movement. Hit the groin, hit the spine, hit the obliques, and kind of that philosophy that I have of always having some form or fashion of moving the spine. Each workout, usually put it in the workouts. I do it again through other movements as well. But again, working our way up here, hitting these reps. Overhead press, not enough people do overhead press, I don't think. I think people are scared because all these influencers tell us not to lift overhead anymore because, maybe you got bad shoulders. No, they got bad shoulders because they don't do this stuff. That's why you don't have good, you stop going overhead and doing anything challenging overhead. So now you can't even lift your kids overhead or reach to that top shelf or throw a ball because you never train overhead. When that's probably the issue that's going to solve it. Yeah, you don't have to start heavy. You don't have to start light. Start where you are. Again, that's with any movement. It's the load. It's the load management that causes all the issues. It's not the movement itself, probably in most cases. So again, working our way up there. I think that was the top set there, and keep working our way up on the pull-ups as well. Again, be nice. Hopefully, get out in the garage again soon where I can actually do full pull-ups and not have to worry about hitting my head on the ceiling here or putting a nail through it. So, and that's the only problem within here. There's these short ceilings I have. The floorboards on top, there's nails coming through, so you can't go all the way. Because ideally on a pull-up, you're not just pulling your chin over the bar. You're trying to get it to your chest. That's where most people go. They try to wiggle their chin up over the bar, and they count that. But, again, whatever. I'm not a form. Like, technique's important, but it's not the most important thing. Everyone's going to move different. Every movement within each movement every rep within each movement is going to be different too. So nothing's ever going to be the same. So as much as you try to be that perfect technique, it's not going to happen. Then I think we did then a drop set each arm. I think I got 20 with my right arm, like 14 with my left arm or something. So obviously, right arm was feeling a little better, feeling a little twinge or something in my shoulder. Has been kind of weird lately, my left shoulder anyway. So, but again, we work around things. We work through things as an athlete. You play through injuries. You work through injuries, and train around them here as well. And find what you can do. It's not what you can't do. It's what you can do. So focus on that. Whether it's training, whether it's sports, whether it's your work, whether it's your financial situation, work with just like in life, just be grateful for what you have rather than worry about what you don't have, that type of stuff, that whole philosophy. Yeah, we're human beings, so we think of all the stuff we can't do. You got the NFL Combine on right now too, so they're always talking about what, this player can't do. Who cares what he can't do? What can he do for you? Is he going to be a fast guy? Is he going to be a good team guy? Is he going to be a locker room guy? Is he going to be a good special team? Whatever. Find out what he can do, rather what they can't do. And same with you. Focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do, because just can't do right now or can't do yet. Then we get to our impulses. So we did speed, the same impulses this week or this phase, but we're going rapid reps on these ones this time. So the rapid rep, the bent over kind of chest, I really like this one. Last time we were doing heavier. Now it's more faster, kind of go a lot of reps. and a quick pace. So quick impacts, right back into it. We also hit biceps and triceps as well. So we did standing biceps. Last phase we were doing facing away. I don't like that variation. I mean, I like that variation, but I need to figure out a better setup because the metal piece on my carabiner and handle is always hitting me on that one. So I like this variation a little bit better. Standing and facing so it's getting the weight's not very moving. You can do this on an immovable object like a rack or something too, and it's just rapid rep right into that, boom, where it catches, where it impulses, hits the joint, and this is going to build muscle too. You look at Dak, who does all this. That's where I got all this stuff from. How big that guy is. He's jacked, and he does a lot of this stuff, a lot of non-traditional stuff. But people always think, oh, it's just bodybuilding stuff that's going to get you muscle. No, it's just giving the body a stimulus, giving the muscle stimulus, giving the joints and tendons stimulus, and then you eat enough, sleep enough. That's going to help you build muscle. So we start concerning ourselves and worrying about so much nuance and all the little things rather than focus on the big things. It's actually going to make the progress. It's giving your body the stimulus through training. It doesn't really matter what it is, what rep range, what heavy, light. You can do whatever. There's a million ways to do it, but find what works for you. Find what you enjoy, and find what you're consistent with. More importantly, for building muscle, it's sleeping, it's eating well, eating enough. So here's the tricep, kind of the kneeling overhead variation. Just rapid up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Finding that point where it feels good. You can do different angles. You can do full stretch. It's just play around with it. Explore. That's a big part of training too, is exploring different things. And then we just finished up single arm hangs. Again, be nice to get outside on the bar that has some grip. And the last final thing we did was push-up iso hold. Don't show all those. I did 2 minutes iso holds and a minute total hangs. I only get about 30 seconds hangs, especially with my left hand. Terrible grip with the left hand, but that's what we do. That's why we work on those things again. I say it all the time. That was the Upper Body Day. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay athletic. Be athletic for life.